Are you excited for your bed, Ollie? Yeah? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be doing another DIY video. I haven't done one of those in a while, so I thought it was time for another one. So today I'll be making a fruit tart bed for Ollie, just because his current bed is a hand-me-down for my dogs, and I thought it was time Ollie should have his own bed. So before I get started with this video, I just want to say that it took 3 months from start to finish for this video, just because I didn't know how long it would take to make the bed, and I thought I would be able to finish the bed before I left for my Asia trip, and because it was my first time making a pet bed, it took a lot longer than expected. So don't be alarmed if you see different clips throughout this video, or if you see my outfit change or anything like that. So it actually took me about 20 hours to finish this bed, just because it was my first time sewing, and I'm pretty sure there aren't any fruit tart bed tutorials on YouTube, so I had to figure out all the measurements by myself and figure out what materials to use and stuff like that, so it took a lot longer than expected. But I'm pretty sure if you're a somewhat experienced sewer, or even have a sewing machine, this would take no longer than 2 to 3 hours. It's actually a really simple design, and I'm sure once you have the measurements and everything, it shouldn't take that long to make. And I think I did a pretty good job considering it was my first time sewing or making anything like this, but I guess I'll let you guys see for yourself. So why don't we get this video started? So here's a quick disclaimer before we start. This video is not meant to be a tutorial, but rather just to document my process of how I made Ollie's bed. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm not a professional sewer, so the techniques I use in this video might not be the greatest, but if you really wanted to recreate the pet bed, you could probably just use my measurements and process as a basis. I also didn't show every step of the process because some of it was pretty repetitive and simple. And lastly, sorry for all the weird changes in lighting. Everything took forever to film and the natural lighting was not on my side. So now that we got that out of the way, let's actually get this video started. So I went to Joann's and I bought 1.5 yards of this brown color fabric for the base of the tart bed, and then I bought these 4 colors for the fruits. So green for kiwi, red for strawberry, blue for blueberry, and then yellow for lemon. I think it's a lemon in the picture, I'm not exactly sure, but we'll see. And then I also got some fabric glue, some thread, and then 20 ounces of polyester fiber film. So hopefully that's all I need for this pet bed. I also have some sewing materials from my parents. We're gonna start off with measuring and cutting out 18 pieces of the brown fabric for the sides of the bed. They're gonna be about 6 inches in width at the bottom, 7.5 inches in length, and about 4 inches in width at the top. Next, we're gonna sew 2 pieces of that fabric together that we just cut out. I'm gonna start sewing them about 1 centimeter from the sides and also do a running stitch. This probably isn't the best method, but it's what I know how to do. We're just gonna follow the outline of the fabric and sew all around, leaving the bottom part not sewn. Then we're gonna just tie a knot at the end, just so our thread won't come out. After that, we're going to flip the fabric inside out so the thread won't show up. So I finally finished sewing all of these, so now I'm going to put the fiber fill inside. So let's go ahead and do that. Hopefully I bought enough. It's very soft. Just stuff it in here. After you stuff them, you just sew the bottom up so the filling doesn't come out. You repeat this process until you finish all 9 side pieces, and then you just sew the 9 side pieces together, forming a circle. And that's what it looks like so far. Not bad, right? Now that we're done with the side pieces, we're going to get started with the base of the bed. We're going to start by measuring and sketching out 2 large circles for the base of the bed, about 9 inches in diameter. And then we're going to follow the same process as earlier. We're going to sew the 2 pieces together, leaving a small space, flipping it inside out, add stuffing inside, and sewing it all together. And voila! We're done with the base of the bed! Yay! So I'm not really sure how I'm gonna sew them together, but I'm just gonna go for it and do what I was doing earlier, and hopefully it'll work out. And here's Ollie. I'm making your bed for you, Ollie. Are you excited? Hopefully it works. I can't believe it actually worked, and it doesn't look half bad either. So now that we're done with the bed portion, we're going to make the fruit that goes on top. We're going to start off by making the blueberries. We're going to measure and cut out 4 circular pieces of blue fabric that's about 4 inches in diameter. And we're going to follow the same process we did earlier. Sew, flip, stuff, and sew again. And that's how you make a blueberry. So this is where I started filming the third portion of the video after I came back from traveling, and somehow I ended up losing my fabric scissors. So yeah, please don't mind the really rough edges that I have. It might have looked kind of bad in the beginning when you saw the cutout version, but once you stuff it, it doesn't look that bad anymore. Next, we're going to make a kiwi. We're going to measure and cut out 2 pieces of the green fabric that's going to be about 5 inches in width at the bottom, and then we're going to repeat the same process again. And there you have it, a kiwi, kind of. After that, we're going to make a strawberry, because what's a fruit tart without strawberries, right? It'll be about 4 inches in width, so the same as a blueberry, but less circular. And once again, we're just going to repeat that same process again, because that's the only way I know how to make things. Lastly, we have our lemon slice, or banana. I'm not really sure. But anyways, it's going to be the same shape as the kiwi, but slightly bigger, so about 6 inches in width at the bottom. Now we're just going to repeat that same process one last time. And finally, after hours of work, it's complete! As a whole, I think the fruit turned out pretty nicely, even the bed too. I was kind of worried it was going to be too small, but I think it's a perfect size for Ollie. And now here's the final product with all the fruits on the bed. It might not look exactly like the ones online, but I think it turned out better than I could ever imagine, especially for an amateur sewer. So that's the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember, this was not intended to be a tutorial, but rather just to show you guys the process I went through while making Ollie's bed. And like always, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I post videos every Tuesday and Saturday, so check in next Saturday for another video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!